A move could take Filipe Luís out of Flamengo and Simeone might be leaving Atlético de Madrid. We will also bring here Leo Pereira's position about Flamengo's current situation and about the fans' demands. We bring here all the information about Flamengo, including the probable lineup, right? It's a probable Flamengo lineup for Thursday's match against Lanús for the Recopa Sudamericana, a decisive game at Maracanã. We come in like that. Hey guys, greetings, red and black fans. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel. If you're just arriving, I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe below and turn on notifications. And hit the bell, leave that cheeky like on the video. We're here thanks to YouTube Shopping. You can find the Flamengo jersey, the new one, long sleeve, the patches with everything personalized. You can find it in the official stores and also here on YouTube. You can get it right now here on YouTube. Just click and you get official products. And it really helps Flamengo a lot. And look, we're also here to remind you that you can secure your spot at Flamengo's games at Maracanã. With the company that takes you there without any trouble, always with the best possible service, you won't have any problems. The service is spectacular. Caravana do Haroldo has been serving Flamengo fans for years. Contact them for top hospitality. You can secure your spot at Maracanã with tickets included and at the Libertadores games. The Libertadores draw is coming up and you can also secure your spot at the Copa Libertadores games. Look, we have some important information to share with you. And remember that all our sponsors are here as well. In the pinned comment, we had Lucas Paquetá opening up about Vini Júnior at Flamengo. Paquetá's statement was given to a media outlet that holds the rights to the Recopa Sudamericana, to ESPN, and Paquetá said the following. I told Vini Jr., I'm here, you're the only one missing. I'm sure he'll come back to Flamengo at the right time. So, Lucas Paquetá talking about Vini Jr.'s return to Flamengo. Flamengo fans got excited. Fernanda Eliel Vieira said, my dream, Luís sent hearts, my dream, Vini Jr., Fabricio Quesuazoze, actually, it's Fabricio ZXS, Alejandro Ben, 71. When Flamengo had a training session, man, come on, not again. Then people started criticizing Filipe Luís again. That's crazy. Matheus Moura, soon he'll marry Virginia and come back to Mengão. Mateus Suarez will win everything again this year, and the next game is our turning point. Let's go, Mango. Come on. That's it, man. That's it. If the guy just comes to criticize, just bash Filipe Luís, that's not cool, man. Cristiano Saldanha da Silva is coming back to help Flamengo for a salary that could pay an entire Serie A team. Man, if Flamengo can afford it and wants to bring the homegrown player back, here we go again. He's coming back to help, in quotes, right? You want to bring in someone like Vini Jr. and pay little, there's that too, right? Then obviously there are fans here who have the courage to say, no, don't come, stay there. Whiner about what, man? Are you in favor of racism, man? Seriously, this is serious. I'm seeing this. To have the courage, to have the audacity to talk about Vini Jr., man, really, right? It really is unbelievable. Look, we have the here, Alan's situation, right? He talked about the series of injuries he suffered at Flamengo and said he's grateful to Flamengo. He's still a Flamengo player. He's on loan. It seems like I'm made of glass, but that's not what happened at Flamengo. It was something out of the ordinary. I had my first muscle injury there, couldn't fix it, and had 2 more. I was among the top players in appearances for Atlético and Fluminense. Obviously, there's discomfort, but I never had an injury before. I only got injured at Flamengo, and that held me back from having a good run. It seems like everything went wrong. I didn't intend to stay at Flamengo because of playing time and minutes. I was happy there. I can only be grateful, but my cycle there has ended. So he's expressing his gratitude and making it clear that it was the injuries at Flamengo, injuries he hadn't had before, that ended up disrupting his time at Flamengo. Look, I have some important news here regarding the Flamanguaça situation, right? The Samba School, in addition to the organized supporters group, there's also the Samba School from Flamengo's fan base. The results for the Silver Series of Carnival, Flamanguaça is one of the favorites to move up to Sapucaí. So today we have the Carnival Super League tallying the scores for the Silver Series of the Rio Carnival. And right now, the vote count for the Samba schools of the Silver Series is happening, right? And Flamanguaça could be the champion and parade at Sapucaí. We'll keep you updated on our social media, and tomorrow we'll also bring the news here early in our video. So it's happening right now, okay? And if Flamanguaça wins this vote, or rather this tally, if they win the championship, they'll parade on Marquês de Sapucaí, right? In 2027. With their parade, Flamanguaça won 3 categories at the Explosão, a Samba Award, Best School, Best Drum Section, and Best Allegorical Set. Last year, Flamanguaça came in second place on the first night of the Silver Series parades at the Rio Carnival, missing out on first place because of 0.1 points, just a tenth, right? 0.1, let's go. I'm here recording this video. I'm rooting for Flamanguaça, my friend Bolota Bia. Let's give it our all. Look, I'm bringing this information here about Coach Filipe Luís, about Diego Simeone, right? Change of coaches, right? Simeone has an agreement with Inter and may end his 15-year cycle at Atlético. Filipe Luís is emerging as the squad's preferred choice. Coach Diego Simeone may be living his last months in charge of Atlético de Madrid, according to the journalist, the Spanish journalist. Man, he's very famous, isn't that information? Flop, no, it's Pipi Estrada from the show El Chiringuito TV. Man, El Chiringuito TV is very famous, it's very credible. There is a pre-contract agreement in place for the coach to take over at Inter Milan next season. The parties have already reached a consensus, and if confirmed, the Argentine will end a 15-year spell in charge of the Madrid club. So Simeone is leaving, right? He will take on a new contract with Inter Milan, according to El Chiringuito TV, and will end a 15-year spell with Atlético de Madrid. Behind the scenes, there is also growing movement around a possible successor, so they're already working on finding someone to take his place. Atlético de Madrid players have expressed their desire to be managed by Filipe Luís, as Captain Koki indicated in a recent interview. However, for Filipe Luís to take the position at the end of the European season, an administrative maneuver would be necessary, since the former fullback does not have the minimum required experience to coach a team in European football. He would need to have his assistant Palanco, who has the license, signing as the head coach, and Filipe would be the assistant. They would have to make this maneuver. So it's a situation that isn't simple, but it's the wish of the players and the fans. He has respect there, and his dream is to coach a European team, especially Atlético de Madrid. This possible, probable departure of Simeone, all of this puts Filipe on Atlético de Madrid's radar on this possible path, right? The fans reacted to the news, right? The Flamengo fan has never seen Flamengo so poorly set up in recent times, even with a strengthened squad. E Galvão Filho celebrating good. And then the same Flamengo fan is explaining Filipe Luís' attitude. He gets a raise and gives reasons to leave. That's ugly and unrelated, man. Now with this news about Simeone, it's Jefferson Gomez, go with God, good luck, and bring Jorge Jesus. Man, people are... The Bruno Silva, 133. He leaves in the middle of the year and JJ comes. It's because people are saying there's a possibility that JJ will leave in the middle of the year. Man, honestly, let's go. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. Honestly, I don't believe in this move right now, okay? I don't believe he's going to do that. I believe he's going to do everything he can to get this team back on track, to get this team winning again. And a lot of people are still going to regret it, right? Thinking that there's no turning back, that Flamengo's soccer won't be beautiful again, that Flamengo won't go back to winning in great style, right?
Yeah.
Dudu Silva said it. Fire him and hire Abel Ferreira or Renato Gaucho. Are you crazy? Someone replied, Renato is off to Vasco. Abel only plays long balls under pressure, and Flamengo is always under pressure. Ronnie Suarez, Godspeed, Umarte Oliveira, Arthur Jorge. Man, people are really upset with Filipe Luís. I don't understand where this craziness is coming from. TUSCR 021. Filipe Luís is the best coach we've ever had. And look, guys, I'm upset too. I'm complaining too, but I just can't understand it, okay? Such a lack of consideration, man. The guy did a fantastic job up to now, won a lot of titles, and he's really going through a rough patch, okay? Yeah, more people saying, go with God, you can take him. Bye, thanks, go, man, leave. What's this, guys? That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, guys. I'm shocked. How is it possible, right, that Mr. Valdemar comes? At least it's a joke, right? Ellison Dorado, ungrateful fans.
It is.
There. The other one replied, just that. I live for victories and titles, nothing else.
It is.
Man, that's crazy, dude.
Right, isn't it?
And you won everything last year. What are you complaining about? Really? If you bring a JJ, you can take him. No way. Filipinha belongs to Flamengo. Cardinal Pereira, Joaquin Santos, the guy who wants Filipe Luís out, deserves to live through 2023. Stay, Filipe Luís. It's Antonio. It's officially 0-3. The way Flamengo is right now, they're going to take out Filipinha and put in Diniz. Laughs. Yes. Everything is set up for Flamengo to lose on Thursday. Damn, are you crazy, man? Damn, is there any wood here? Not to hit. Damn, here, look, there you go. For God's sake, for God's sake. But man, I'm telling you, it's tough, huh? It's tough these days, guys. There's so much criticism. I'm telling you, man, damn. Let's hope things get better on Thursday. Play a great game. Qualify. Be champions, right? Be champions. Look, only after some results below expectations, in the face of recent criticism, Leo Pereira commented on the fans' demands and acknowledged that the team needs to improve. In an interview with ESPN, the defender talked about responsibility, self-criticism, and the need to respond on the field. Quote, first, it's about looking inside, looking within ourselves and understanding that we need to improve. If there is pressure, it's a sign that we owe something to ourselves, to the fans. We have to give a positive response, analyze what we need to improve. Perfect. We need to look inside, understand that we need to improve. That's very good. That's it, man. That's it. If there's pressure, it's a sign that we owe something, and we do owe something. We're not doing so well. And it's not just the coach. The players aren't doing well either. And we also owe something to the fans, right? And he says we need to give a positive response, analyze what we need to improve. I agree. I think it's time to look for that. This path, right? To get back on track, right? Got off track, get back on track and start looking for that comeback. Yeah, that's it. And there's a lot of complaints about the coach. The team really isn't performing well. And that's also part of it. The coach is also to blame. But it's important for Leo to make it clear that the players are also to blame. The players are also to blame. That's it. Let's discuss Flamengo's likely lineup, right? Probably that's the Flamengo team that should take the field on Thursday. Look, it's our friend Mango Cria. He put here Rossi, Varela, Danilo, Vital, Alexandre. What is this? His lineup would be mine too. Let me see if I agree too, Rossi, Varela. But he already made it clear that he's going with the Leos. In the press conference, he made it clear that he's going with the Leos. At least that's how I understood it, okay? I'm going to say the probable lineup. I'm going to say what Mengo Cria wanted, okay? And I'll say if it's what I wanted too. Rossi, Varela, Danilo, Vitão, Alexandre. No, I wanted Ayrton Lucas. Eric Pulgar, Lucas Paquetá, Rascaeta, Carrascal, Cebolinha, and Pedro. That's what he wanted. I think he'll go with Rossi, Varela, Leo Ortiz, Leo Pereira, and Ayrton Lucas. Eric Pulgar, Everton Araújo, Rascaeta, Cebolinha. Then Carrascal, Luís Araújo, and Pedro. There's Paquetá, he's on the bench. Maybe he'll come in for Everton Araújo. I don't know, but the defense, I think he'll go with Leo Pereira and Leo Ortiz. And I would have preferred if he went with Danilo and Vitão. Okay, that's what I would have preferred. That's how I would do it. Comment below. So how do you think Flamengo should line up for this Thursday's game in this Recopa Sudamericana final? Leave your comment here. I'd love to see what you think. Also, let me know if you watched until the end. Subscribe, turn on notifications, like the video, and shop on YouTube Shopping. Support Mengão and the Paparazzo Rubro Negro page. We're together. Big hug and red and black cheers. This is Flamengo. Thanks.